One of the hardest things about anxiety is that once it's taken over, it feels like it's going to be there forever. And frequently, it feels as though we're riding along a wave of anxiety rather than even settling back into a state of calm. It's easy to forget that there might have been times in the past, and almost always there have been, where we didn't experience anxiety. In the Creating a New Way Forward for the Anxious Brain video, we explored how we can use a titration exercise to shift our system and create space from anxiety. And we've been talking a lot about counterfactual thinking and how our brain will use counter information to challenge actual outcomes. And those become the schemas for the future, which is why that Creating Possibilities protocol is so important. In this video, I want to support you in identifying previous times in your life where you have successfully navigated through anxiety, where there has been a space for calm or even agency, confidence, or strength in the face of anxiety. Remember that anxiety and excitement have a almost exact electrochemical footprint. They feel so similar in their presentation electrochemically, but it's the story we tell about it that creates the biggest focused shift in what we're experiencing in the moment. And anxiety may feel like it lasts forever, and even in those waves, it's constantly moving, shifting, and changing. And so I'd like to invite you to just float back across the course of your life and think about a time where you experienced a lot of anxiety about something. Perhaps an upcoming presentation, even talking to somebody you had a crush on. Something where you felt, ugh, not so great. And how on the other side of that thing, whether it turned out well or not, there might have been a ray of sunshine. There might have been the ability to smell the flowers, or even just a momentary break where a butterfly flitted by, or perhaps a loved one called and reached out and said, "Hey, how you doing?" Those little micro moments can create the biggest, most sustainable difference in the recovery journey from generalized anxiety and in anxiety in general. Why? Because when we intentionally tune into those micro moments, we're letting our brain know that there is space from every anxious moment that came before. And when we reflect back across the course of our life, we're able to remind our mind and our body that times have happened in the past that have felt really extremely hard, where there's been a ton of anxiety, and that has shifted and changed. Why? Because our brain cannot stay exceptionally anxious for a very long time. It may feel that way. Don't get me wrong. I have lived with generalized anxiety. I know that sometimes it feels like it is impermeable and forever, but it changes in the volume and the velocity. And it's in those changes that we can step in and find or even create quiet moments that then empower us to set shift in a different direction. So, of course, I bet you know where I'm going now. In the guided exercise that'll be coming out in a couple days, we're going to practice building calm within the anxiety so that you can empower a new way forward for an anxious brain.